I call it trusting the process with these kids and families. In today's world regarding basketball, you know, you have a lot of kids and families that want to rush to success. And so that's why they end up transferring.
Era, man.
That's why they end up transferring, because that freshman year, sophomore year, which we know that normally, you know, you're not developed to play varsity until you're about a junior.
Absolutely.
So they want that early success. You know, you try to get them to understand the process. It is a process. You may have to wait your turn. You got a couple guys in front of you.
Yep.
So for example, at Jefferson, you know, this year, I mean, in prior years, we always have a deep team. But in order to get the guys to come, I have to sell the process. Like, yeah, you can go play varsity over here at Jesuit, but, you know, that's not going to help your development.
Do you get those questions?
Yeah.
Yo, coach, am I going to play bar? Yo, coach, am I starting? Like, hey, man, you got to come in and put the work
Exactly.
in,
I can't promise you nothing. You gotta. If I promise you something, you come in and you half-ass, then I'm gonna look bad. You know. Then I gotta stick to my promise. But no, I anticipate this is where you'll be in this many years if you trust the process. If you don't trust the process, you know, then you're gonna be probably paying to go to school. I mean, you got to do a lot of. You got to be in the field. You got to do a lot of leg work because you know you're going against other schools and other good coaches, and you know that's the beginning of the process is talking to those guys and getting them and selling them to, you know, be a part of your program. And once they get there, and these days it's tough to keep them.
Right.
Because, you know, these days right now we live in the transfer era. But once you get them there, you know, you got to appease them, you got to appease their parents, and hopefully they're good enough. So all of my guys that have come through Jeff have been good enough, so the fight has been worth it, you know. And then plus, it's just a fight anyway. It's all part of the game. If you want to be successful in the game, all of that stuff is all a part of just fighting for it and landing them and taking them through and watching them mature and grow. That's just all part of the process. And I've had some really good ones. Terrence Jones, Terrence Ross, Silas Melson, Victor Sanders, Geno West, and some more that I'm not, it's on top of my head that I'm leaving out right now. But no, it's you know, they bring success to the school. And you know, when you have good players, I like to say the players win games. Coaches just is out there as administrators, and you know, if you got those good guys, you know, they win games and they make the coach who the coach is. And so
players, you gotta have players.
All of my guys have made me. I mean, you know, you can't give Phil Jackson, you know, a bunch of bums and you're gonna go out there and win.
Right.
You know, definitely. So you know, I've been blessed and fortunate enough to have those blue chip Oregon guys, you know, in my program. I take academics very seriously. If you're not meeting the benchmark or the OSAA or the benchmark of Jefferson High School athletics, then you won't be playing basketball.
Right.
Like for example, at Jeff, if you're on probation, you know, you as a young underclassman, you can't be on varsity. If you're on probation as a senior, then you can't be a starter.
Right.
I mean, I've had a couple of situations where I had some guys that even last year, my nephew Caleb could have been a starter, but he was on probation. So no, we take that very seriously. You know. Also, we provide resources for kids that are struggling. I mean, first off, we identify the kids that are struggling on the AAU and high school, and we provide the appropriate resources for them and help them getting on track. But at the same time, in order to have some success, you know, the kids got to want it. They got to want to do it and want to be there and want to improve. But you know, so I'm an educated black man, so I take education very seriously. You know, there have been some kids that have fallen through the cracks. But if you can save one or two or a couple, then I think you've done your job, as long as you continue to try to do that as well.